All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about some big potential leaks and teasers that could be making some massive changes coming to Counter-Strike 2 very, very soon, and also potentially how you can maybe make some money off these things, or how people could, make some investment decisions surrounding some of this potential changes we'll be getting into the future. So I am Jeremy, CS2 collector, investor, and cash trader. And in this video today, we're going to be talking about how this tweet right here from Blast Premier is sparking a lot of controversy and discussion in the Counter-Strike world right now. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We buy pretty much anything and everything for the right price, but obviously we like to get those bigger deals done, the cooler skins, the cooler knives, gloves, all that good stuff. Maybe you want to sell your entire inventory, whatever it might be, and obviously we're going to help you get those bigger deals done safely, effectively, and efficiently, so you guys don't have to worry about anything, and you're helping support me, my channel, my content, which I would appreciate a ton as well. With that being said, let's get right into this video today. So this is some pretty interesting stuff coming out, and like I said, I think there's also some CS investment ties we can make to this as well. So Blast Premier tweeted out this. They said, absolute cinema from G2 Monacy, and it's just, a crazy play that Monacy is making during this G2 versus Spirit match. It's 13-13, a banger match, back and forth, all that crazy stuff. Doesn't matter what's going on in the clip. Monacy, whatever, we love him, we know him. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, except for the fact that it's this tweet and in this thread. Now, CS2 tweets out, hey, he's pretty good at Counter-Strike, and we know whenever CS2 gets active on Twitter, it usually means something big is coming soon. So it's not just the fact that they tweeted, which I think is always a good sign, but they also could just be tweeting because, hey, we're getting closer and closer to the Shanghai Major, which means that's a big event. That's a big announcement. They're going to have maybe some new major content coming. They're going to obviously have some new stickers and stuff coming. They have a lot of stuff on the way. We just got through a very, very big time where I'm sure they had been working really hard on the Armory update and getting all that content out and everything, and now they're moving on to their next thing. They're getting ready for Shanghai. But where this starts to get even crazier is Osni, of all people. He tweets out, and he hates Vertigo. Think about it. And Counter-Strike 2 replies with this. A little Shrek gif of, I don't know, this menacing face, this whatever, kind of, I think, and I think a lot of other people think, hinting at some possible changes coming soon. Is it possible we could be getting Vertigo removed from that active duty map pool? Again, he says he hates Vertigo, and I think this is something people have kind of been wanting and expecting for a long time coming. Obviously, we see map pool changes all the time. I think the most recent map pool change we saw was in April of 2024, with Overpass being removed and Dust 2 coming in, but I know a lot of people have been talking about how the map pool is getting stale, and like I said, with that Shanghai Major coming up, obviously we don't expect any map changes to come right before that Major, but once that Major gets finished, I think a lot of people would like and expect some kind of map pool update, and that actually lines up perfectly with some of the other leaks and teasers and stuff that we've seen potentially coming very, very soon. Obviously, if you take a map out, you're going to need to bring a map in, and obviously they have a ton of different directions they could go with that. We know that FM Pone has been working really, really hard on cache behind the scenes. I don't know how ready or not that is going to be, or when that's all going to be prepared, but he's been tweeting out a ton of screenshots. We also had a video from Gabe Follower where he talks about some of the new stuff, in the actual files of the game and stuff that's being leaked and stuff like that. And he says there are complete Cobble and Train remakes that are being worked on as well. And that also we had some potential community maps and maybe even one or both of these remakes for Train and Cobble. It sounds like the Train remake is maybe a little bit further along, a little bit more ready to go. That could have been out even as soon as like when we got the Armory update. He says, they were working on more stuff for the Armory update. Obviously, eventually they just had to push out some stuff, push out some info. But it was very possible we were going to get some of these newer maps sooner rather than later. Now, that doesn't necessarily affect the competitive map pool, I don't think, because like I said, I don't think they would have made those changes this close to the Shanghai Major. That wouldn't really make sense. But now, since they're pushing this back till after the Shanghai Major, they're going to have more time to make decisions about that competitive map pool and actually could end up changing things. And again, is this Counter-Strike just being funny on Twitter? Is this just them memeing? Or is this them actually teasing some kind of big change? I do think that more often than not, they do like to tease their change before they happen. They do like I said, they like to be memey on Twitter. They like to get involved. They like to be engaging. But they also go long spells of being entirely quiet on Twitter. So I do think once they start actually saying some stuff, I think they're pretty strategic with their marketing marketing and strategic with their social medias. I do expect more so rather than not that this does mean that something is coming. And like we see here, Osni says he likes Train, by the way, just saying. So I don't know. We could see some map changes coming very, very soon. Now, like I said, obviously the last map change we saw was with Overpass being removed, which obviously the reason that this is a big deal is souvenir packages at the majors. At the Shanghai major, we're going to have whatever souvenir packages are in that active duty map pool, but once we got Overpass removed in Dust 2 coming in, obviously that was pretty bad for a lot of the Dust 2 items. I know I owned Gold Arabesque at that time, and the AK-47 Gold Arabesque price dropped pretty significantly pretty quickly. That was a big loss for me. That was annoying. It was frustrating because it was so random and stupid and out of nowhere. But at the same time, the Overpass souvenir package obviously did not come or has now been removed and is not going to be coming out in the future majors and everything. We're going to be getting those Dust 2 packages back. And since then, this is the prices of a lot of these items. Obviously, the Overpass collection having the Masterpiece, the Pink DD Pat, the Road Rash, and then some of these other, filler skins and stuff like that. The prices of these have done pretty well in like the, I don't know, what has this been, 5 or 6 months since then. We have the M4A1S Masterpiece is up about 19% since March 30th of 2024. So obviously that's had a nice little come up. Now there's a lot of other factors here. It's not just necessarily that, hey, because Overpass got removed, these things are up 20%. Obviously, there's so many other factors that affect the markets and things that have changed and all of that. But the Masterpiece has done quite well in this time. We have that Pink DD Pat. Again, this is from April 1st of 2024. It's up 8%, which again, people might not think is very much. People that might seem like nothing or whatever, but 8% returns over the course of like 5 or 6 months. That is very, very good, especially when you compare it to, maybe more traditional investing methods like stocks or crypto or bonds or whatever. Like 8% in that time frame is very, very good. That is great. These are all Steam prices, by the way, as well. We have that USPS Road Rash, again, from April 1st of 2024. It's up about 11% now. I know that I think Overpass was actually removed towards the end of April, so all these prices might not be exactly perfect of how long since they actually got removed, but just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea. Then we had the MP9 Storm and Field Tested. This is like one of those trade-up skins or, lower tier skins in the Overpass collection, I believe. Let me make sure real quick. Yeah, we have the MP9 Storm right there. This thing was up 24% in that time frame. So obviously, this could, if you believe in the memery of Valve and you believe in, CS2, their Twitter account and all that stuff, and if you believe, and I think in general, obviously, Vertigo being removed from the active duty map pool is not that crazy of a stretch or not that insane or anything like that, because it is a very unpopular map. From what I gauge, I think it's had like the least competitive matches played on it, especially lately. A lot of teams aren't playing it. A lot of teams don't like it. I think it hasn't been doing that well in like Premiere and stuff like that either. It's just not a popular map. At certain times, maybe people like it. Maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe it's a nice change of pace, but I don't really believe in it as like a long-term staple of like the CS2 map pool. It's pretty divisive. It's a map that I know a lot of people are pretty disappointed to have to play on and to get stuck on and stuff like that. So like I said, the idea of it being removed is not that insane, but obviously this would mean we would not get any more Vertigo souvenir packages. So these items could have a nice little run up, and these could be some interesting investment opportunities if you do think so. Now, obviously, if we have Vertigo at Shanghai, which is the strong expectation, these prices could still go down of a lot of these items in the short term, but maybe you want to wait till like after Shanghai or during Shanghai or whatever. But some of these items become pretty interesting. You have obviously that M4A1S Imminent Danger, which is a very, very cool item. I think the 5.7 Fall Hazard is pretty cool. The Galil Caution is like an interesting item. The Green Laminate, obviously being an AK skin, could be something pretty interesting as well. And then you have all of like the smaller tier trade-up skins, stuff like the XM Blue Tire, the Mac 10 Strats, whatever, that these items could see a nice run-up as well. Now, obviously, those souvenir packages are going to be your souvenir items as opposed to normal items, but still, I don't think a lot of the community is differentiating a ton between souvenir and normal items. It's like, hey, if there's more souvenir imminent dangers out there, it's definitely going to make the imminent danger less valuable overall. So that's obviously something to keep in mind as well. Could be a small interesting investing opportunity. I don't know. But either way, it seems like Counter-Strike is hinting at some changes coming to the competitive map pool very, very soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vertigo removed sooner rather than later. But of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.